All right. There we go. Oh, crap. I moved it. All right, chat. We got a new tier list. This season's tier list. All right, chatters. All right, I'm gonna move you guys over here so I can see what amazingness we're gonna do it is. All right, chat. The map is on rank. Is it on ranked already? I thought it was only comp, so I might be mistaken. I haven't played it in comp yet, so I hope that they just put it in quick play, but I guess not. All right, chat. We're gonna do this. We're gonna start this new tier list for season 5.5. Right? These are my takes alone. This is not influenced in any other way, and if you guys disagree with me, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're more than welcome to disagree with anything that I say here. This is open to discussion, right? If you think that they belong in a different tier, that is what the whole point of the video is. It's just to have a conversation about what is the state of Marvel Rivals and what people think this this tier list should be. Now, the one thing that I always talk about a tier list is tier lists are a guide. They are not to be taken as the Bible. If you believe that every tier list is to be taken as the Bible, then you are not understanding the whole point behind the tier list. Okay. Can you do BP first? No, we're gonna do tanks first, and then we're gonna go into it. All right. Fantastic is in S tier. I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and get started, chat. All right, so first things first, we're going to start with our tanks. All right, where do they tanks this season? This season, I think, is a fairly, I wouldn't say balanced tank season, but it feels like the tanks do struggle a little bit, right? So I'm going to start with one of my favorite tanks in the game, and I think he is a very strong tank. I think overall he is very annoying if played correctly. The one thing that that really lacks in his department is his ability to finish kills. So I'm going to start with Captain America. Captain America, in my opinion, has always been a really strong tank. He's a really good dive tank. He has very good survivability. Cap is definitely A tier for me. I think Cap, a really good Cap, along with a particular main tank with you, will always be a good pick. So as long as you have another tank with you, I think that it should be fine. It's Mandibles. Thank you so much for the follow. Really do appreciate it. We're in the great tank drought. I wouldn't say the great tank drought. I don't think there's a tank drought. I think they're just people that know how to play tank correctly, and there are people who don't. He's still annoying to go against? Yeah, 100%. Captain America is always really annoying to go against. I personally love Captain America. I have him lorded. He is one of my favorite tanks of all time. He is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel community. He is definitely top tier when it comes to playing a tank. Again, I don't think he's a very good solo tank. I think he's a very good off tank. He's very good to play with Magneto, with a Strange. You know, if you're running full dive, then obviously he's going to excel. He's going to do really, really good with keeping your team taking those eliminations and leading the charge. He's a really good pick whenever you run dive. So, you know, he's a very good pick. I think there are other stronger picks than Captain America. I think Captain America is still a very strong tank, but he's not the best dive tank. I think the best dive tank right now, and that leads me to my next pick here, is going to be Venom. Where the hell is Venom? There he is. Venom is definitely S tier. This season, he is very solid. He is a very solid dive tank. He is extremely good in regards to stalling the point. He's got more stall potential sometimes than Cap, depending on what type of comp is being run. Venom can be very, very annoying to the backline. He may not be like the best pick in regards to getting picks in their backline when they're running triple support. Triple support, he runs into an issue, but he is very good at taking the attention away from your supports, which means they're not doing their job in healing the front line. So Venom can be very, very annoying just to be in the backline, even if he doesn't get a pick, right? If he doesn't get a pick or two, he's going to still be really, really annoying. He's going to be in the backline all the time, and he's just going to tie up your supports, right? Being tied up as a support means you can't do your primary job, which is trying to enable your team. Hence, I said something. I want people to understand something and we're gonna get more into it when we go into strategists. But when I say strategists, I'm talking about people who enable your teammates, right? Your job as a strategist is not to primarily heal. It is to help enable your team. And how do you do that? By utilizing your abilities and your cooldowns, right? And if you don't do those correctly, you're not going to help. You're going to see yourself stuck in a particular slot. Your job as a strategist is to help enable your team and help them consider the win, right? Groot is God tier. We're not to Groot yet, right? But I will say, Venom is one of the most annoying dive characters in the game. He's got a ton of overshield. He can get it back pretty quickly, and the fact that he can do a lot of combo plays with other DPS is really, really good. I think he's a very solid pick this season. If you understand and learn his cooldown rotation, you're gonna be a very annoying tank to go against, especially if you use Venom ult and then let's say a Phoenix ult right afterwards. You can obliterate the backline pretty easily. Hey, what's up, Cool Beans? How you doing? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. If one of my mods are in chat, if you guys can just let the people in the Discord know we're doing the tier list, because there's a couple people who are interested in this. We are Groot. Groot, yes. Groot is good. All right. So the role isn't healer, it's strategist. Very good. And again, we're gonna get to that once we get to strategist, but right now we're still on the tanks. So Venom, very, very solid tank to pick. He is very good to go against. He's very, very annoying. So next person that I think is extremely good to go against, but also very annoying, and depending on the comp he can be extremely annoying, is Hulk. Hulk, I think right now is still in a good spot. The really good Hulk players understand their cooldown rotations. There's a lot of good Venom or a lot of good Hulk players out there that make Hulk work, right? Hulk is not a throw pick. I hate when people come to me and tell me Hulk is a throw pick. Why are you playing Hulk? Hulk is not a throw pick. All right. If you understand his cooldown rotation, again, he does struggle against CC. His CC is his biggest counter, right? So if you freeze him, you sleep him, you're pushing him back when he's in normal Hulk form, not in monster form, because you can't do that anymore. But if you CC the Hulk, CC becomes his biggest enemy. Going up against a Thing actually is really annoying for the Hulk, because all the Thing needs to do is jump to him, slam the ground, and now he can't use his jump ability for 5 seconds. So I think it's it's really annoying for the Hulk to be able to go up against a good Thing, but his biggest counters are CC, right? CC is going to make him very susceptible to your backline, which is why I don't think he's an S tier character. I think he's a very strong tank, but he's not the best character, right? I think Cap has a little bit better mobility, and he's able to get out in those situations a lot better than Hulk can. Right, so Hulk and the Thing are underrated. Hulk, I think, is a very strong tank. Right, I think he's got a lot of potential to be really, really annoying. I don't think he needs a buff. I think he needs the right team comp. Right, there's a lot of creators out there that I personally know that are really, really good. If you guys know, we're friends with Greg Albert. Greg Albert is really good. We know Zotaic. Zotaic is actually a fantastic Hulk player. They make him they make him work in really good situations, even though the team comp is a little bit different. They can help carry games because of the fact that they understand the mechanics behind Hulk. Right. I get demolished by Hulk yesterday as Gambit. I don't know what I did to upset him, but I did miss seeing Hulk in my games. Yeah, Hulk is really, really good. He can be really annoying against a Gambit. Gambit can get away from Hulk, right? But a good Hulk will understand how to push out your cooldown so that you have no mobility. So by the time you get to, because remember, Hulk has unlimited jumps. You only have 2 escapes. If you don't get to a position where you can get away from the Hulk in a very reasonable fashion, you're gonna get eaten alive by the Hulk, because you can only escape so much, right? And if no one helps you to survive, you're gonna be lunch for the Hulk. I'm surprised I didn't Lord Venom yet. Venom is really, really good. But again, Gambit does a ton of damage. He can use his abilities against Hulk. He can anti the Hulk when he dives him. You can try to use your other abilities and stuff to get out of the situations, but a good Hulk will know how to go after you. New cooldowns left, you would ult and just chase me. Yeah, exactly. See, so it's just a matter of like understanding cooldowns. A good tank will understand cooldowns. I'm surprised a Hulk chased me second round when I was BP. That's funny though. Like, to me, that's kind of funny, the fact that he would chase you, because I mean, as BP, you could do unlimited dashes on him. Like, you really could. But anyways, moving forward, we have the next tank here, chat. So we're going to talk about tank. All right, chat. What do you think about Penny? How many people, before we even get into this, how many people in here think Penny is really bad? Any takers on how Penny is bad? She's mid. Where would you put Penny? Where would you, chat, put Penny? As far as Penny is concerned, on this tier list, where do you think Penny would be going? She's mid. I'm interested to see what everybody else thinks. High B, low A. High B, low A. C or D really on Penny? So if I put Penny here, you guys would think I'm crazy? So if I put Penny in S tier, you guys think if I put Penny right here, if I put Penny in S tier, you guys think I'm nuts? You think she belongs next to Venom? This is a comp tier list, yes. This is a comp tier list. A for Penny? Where do you guys think Penny should go? A good Penny can run lobbies? That's true, but that's true about any other tank. No, she's good. Unknown Derpy, you say A? If you guys think that if you guys were to say that I put Penny next to Venom, you guys think I'm crazy? I put A. You say that Penny since season 0, you put her in A. Okay. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk about it, right? I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Before we even put Penny where I think she should go, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. One of the biggest things about Penny is her nest. If you're a Penny player, you know her nest is really important, right? So I think that Penny can run a lobby if Phoenix is gone. If Phoenix is gone and you have minimum poke, which again we'll talk about poke and we'll talk about like what's going on, Penny will run the lobby. If you don't have heavy poke, Penny will run the lobby. Okay? Because Penny's not only really good for defense, but she's also really good for attack if you understand her kit really, really well. Using her mines does a massive amount of explosive damage, right? Iron Man and MK kind of melts her nest though, but that's what I'm talking about, Cosmic, right? So we're talking about Penny and how people ban Penny in low elo. I'm gonna talk about how annoying that is for people to ban Penny in low elo. All right. What about Groot walls breaking it? So we'll talk about the Groot walls breaking it in a second, Vaughn. But Penny nests come back after you, like, if you just break the wall or you break the nest with just your wall and you do no damage to the nest, you can immediately place it back down. Okay. That's the thing about Groot walls. You have to deal damage to the nest first for that nest to have a cooldown. If you just use your wall to break the Penny nest can come back immediately. If you deal damage to the nest and then break it with your wall, then it has a cooldown to it, right? But again, that is her biggest part of her kit, but she also deals a ton of burst damage with her mines. So I'm gonna tell you one thing. If poke is not involved, right, which again, if you take away Hawkeye, you take away Hela, you take away Phoenix, you take away all those heavy poke those heavy poke characters, Penny becomes a menace to be in the lobby. Okay, she has extremely good mobility. She is probably one of the best mobile characters in the game. Her cooldown for her mobility is 3 seconds. Okay, it's a 3-second mobility, so she's extremely good. The problem is people only play her as a defensive character and don't understand her. I'm gonna choose a little shout out to Brandon Gritch, which is one of the best Penny players out there, alongside with some other Penny players who are in the top 500. But Brandon is actually really good at Penny, and let me tell you, when I see him play against other players on attack and defense on Penny, she runs the lobby. Okay, she runs the lobby. So I will say